Hey, it's Chad House here. I'm going to give you a great video today on lowering estrogen levels in men. So why is this important? Well, over the last 20-30 years, our testosterone levels have declined rapidly. And this might be a shock to you because you might be fitter than your old man, fitter than your grandpa, but your testosterone levels might still be on a decline. So what's the reason for this? Well, fat is a big reason, body fat's a big reason that we'll get into in a bit, but our environment is a huge reason as well. We are exposed to a lot more chemical estrogens than we were in the past, and there's a lot of evidence showing that this is responsible partially for the decline in testosterone, but increase in estrogen, and men do not want high estrogen levels. So in this video, you're gonna get 8 steps to naturally lower your estrogen levels. Let's start with a quick one. Number 1 is reduce body fat. You got to reduce body fat. You want to get under that 14% range or lower. With body fat, that is where estrogen is or testosterone is converted into estrogen. If you want to live your best life, if you want to increase your sex drive, if you want to build more muscle, if you want to carry less body fat, oddly enough, if you want to live a driven, ambitious life, you've got to lower your body fat. You'll increase your energy levels and you will lower your estrogen levels at the same time, because body fat is where this conversion of testosterone to estrogen occurs, or primarily occurs through the enzyme called aromatase. So step number 1 is lower body fat. Step number 2 is lower your PUFA intake. So PUFA is polyunsaturated fats. There's a lot of research coming out that shows that polyunsaturated fats actually increase estrogen in men. This may be a shocker because a lot of the oils they'll use in restaurants and so forth contain polyunsaturated fats. So you want to stay away from these fats. A quick list of fats you want to stay away from is vegetable oil, walnuts, and most nuts actually will increase your estrogen levels. Sunflower seeds and sunflower oil, flax seeds and flax oil is another big one. Soybean oil, anything to do with soybeans you want to stay away from, and corn oil. Stay away from those. I'll put some more information down in the description below. Step number 3 is limit your use of plastics, whether it says BPA or not BPA free. Limit your use of plastics. Use glass water bottles. I got a jar right here that I use for glass. Metal water bottles are great. Never put your food in plastics. So there's 2 things that happen with plastics. Plastics will increase your estrogen levels through a number of chemicals that I'll put down below. They'll also lower your DHT levels, which is your most potent form of testosterone. So you want to stay away from plastics at all costs. And what you'll find as you start paying attention to the plastics in your life is that they're everywhere. They can be in your utensils that you use, your spatula that you use, your frying pan that you use. They're in your truck, they're in your seats, they're in your clothes, everything. So opt as often as you can for a non-plastic alternative in every situation. With the rise of plastics over the past 20, 30, 40 years, it coincides with a decline in testosterone of 1.3% annually, so that's 13% every decade. That's a massive increase or massive decrease in testosterone, so plastics could be a culprit, but there's another one that I'll talk about in a second that also has chemicals that will increase your estrogen levels. But stay away from plastics as often as you can. Next is check your personal care items. So your deodorant, shampoos, hand soaps, body wash, cologne, anything like that, you want to check for certain things. Now, the good news with this is that there's a lot of natural options out there right now. There's a lot of options that don't have these chemicals. Look for chemicals that start with methyl, butyl, ethyl, propyl, heptyl. So you want to stay away from parabens is one chemical that you want to stay away from. I'll put more chemicals in the description down below. But personal care products are extremely estrogenic for the most part. The popular ones are. But more than that is that they are placed on an organ. So if you put lotion on your arms, if you put deodorant under your armpits, your skin is an organ that absorbs whatever you're putting onto it. So you want to stay away from chemicals on your body's biggest organ, and that has to do with shampoos, soaps, all that kind of stuff. There is natural options for this that you can easily find in a grocery store or a health food store, a natural food store, or anything like that. Most of these places now carry natural options, and Amazon does for sure. So check those natural options out and stay away from the chemicals that are in the description down below. Number 5 is eat cruciferous vegetables. So cruciferous vegetables have IC3 and DIM. Both flush estrogen from your body. So cruciferous vegetables also have plant sterols, which are effective in blocking estrogen as well. So cruciferous vegetables are very good. Have cruciferous vegetables with your steak, with your meat, whatever. Make a nice salad. It's very healthy for you, but it also blocks and flushes out estrogen from your body. So cruciferous vegetables are very good for you and very healthy and very anti-estrogenic. Next is consume extra virgin olive oil. So extra virgin olive oil, in one study at the University of Illinois at Chicago, found that extra virgin olive oil is high in lutropin. Lutropin is very effective at preventing your testosterone from being converted into estrogen. So a lot of this increase in estrogen in men is from the chemical side or from this conversion into estrogen. So anything you could do to block this conversion is very important. Zinc is another very important thing that you should add to your diet in supplement form if you want to block estrogen. So I take a shot of extra virgin olive oil just in a shot glass every day. It's high in really good fats and it's very healthy for you and it helps block estrogen. So next is drink red wine. Red wine actually is very high in resveratrol. Resveratrol is one of the most potent estrogen blockers there is in nature. So you want to actually consume red wine in moderation. A glass of wine every day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever, will actually help you block estrogen. There is another thing in red grapes that is healthy for you. So it's a flavonoid called quercetin. Which also has been shown to lower estrogen levels and will increase nitric oxide production, which obviously is good for boners. A glass of red wine will both help lower estrogen, increase nitric oxide production, so it's not only good for your health, for your sexual health, but to block estrogen as well. So number 8 is drink mangreens. It's a shameless plug, but I created this supplement because of the research I did on the book, The Man Diet, and because of subsequent research I've been doing for the past decade on naturally increasing testosterone. This has your cruciferous vegetables for the day. This has nitric oxide boosters in beetroot powder. This has a multivitamin in moringa. This has spirulina, which is one of the most potent and powerful natural ingredients you can find in nature, as well as maca, which is a libido booster. It's got forskolin, which increases androgen receptors, which is one half of the testosterone equation. Horny goatweed, which is a potent testosterone booster. It also has a ingredient that the Viagra company tried to patent but couldn't because it's found in nature. We've got all of this in here. If you combine all these ingredients, there's a 540% boost in testosterone. So this is mangreens. It's the healthiest supplement you can have for men. It'll help you block estrogen. It'll help you increase testosterone. It'll boost energy levels. It simply should be the foundation of any supplement protocol for men. Get a ball of mangreens, follow those 8 steps that we previously mentioned. The battle with estrogen and testosterone is very important because we talk a lot about the feminization of society, but there's a literal hormonal feminization of society. Men are producing less sperm, we're producing less testosterone, producing more estrogen. We are literally being feminized. So when you take these steps, reduce body fat, do all the other steps in the video, you're going to have a positive effect on your masculine hormones and reduce your feminine hormones. You don't need help producing feminine hormones. You have estrogen levels naturally, you need them, but you don't need that many of them and you don't need help increasing them. So follow the steps in this video if you want to live your best life, if you want to build muscle, if you want to burn fat, and if you want to have a healthy sex drive and healthy energy levels. So I hope you enjoyed the video. With that, I'll put a link down below to mangreens, but I'll put all the information for all of the chemicals that you should avoid and more on each step down below as well. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon.